After tearing my ACL my junior year, this was my last chance to make it to the next level as a 5'8" quarterback and free safety. Douglas Hills has been my home for a few years now, and the coach has been nothing but supportive of me throughout the process of being injured and not really having a sophomore season. But on the first play of my senior season, I fumbled the ball, but we recovered. But after 2 rocky first plays, I delivered a strike to my tight end for a 26-yard pickup. After getting sacked the previous play, I took off with my legs and picked up 25 yards to move the chains, and we were looking to score on our first drive of the season. After a pretty successful drive so far, I was able to find Ostrander for another first down. And we would have another big play after Gio Seria cut across the middle, and I threw it to him for 28 yards. And on the next play, I would take off with my legs, and I would get my first touchdown of my senior season, hoping this would be one of many. This corner route has been working all day, so again we went back to Ostrander for another big pickup. And on this play, I would throw a risky pass, but it ended up working out in our favor, and we would score the second touchdown of the day. But after 2 successful drives on our part, their quarterback started getting rolling and hit their wide receiver for 23 yards. But then on this play, I missed a tackle to keep him short, and then they ended up getting a big play off of it, putting him in field goal range. But I made up for it on this next play when I got my first tackle of the season. Our corners have let up big plays all day, and this was just another example of another first down. But then our linebacker, Doug McKinney, came in clutch for 2 big plays, one being a tackle for loss, and on the next play, he came up big with a big pick on the goal line, giving us a big chance to go up 3 possessions. After I wasn't able to do anything on offense, they had a good position to score with 30 seconds left, and this was a big play. After a pretty quiet first half for me, on this play I was able to break up a pass, putting them even closer to the goal line, but they weren't able to score. Coming out of halftime, they got ball first, and they were already moving the ball like they were before. And another surprise, they were able to get another first down after our corner left his zone. But me and 2 other guys got to the quarterback before this could become a big play. But again, our corner left his zone, and I was able to make a tackle by his shoelaces. And everybody ran left on the defense, and the running back ran right, which resulted in a 12-yard gain. But we were able to stop them on 3rd and goal, and they resulted for 3. But somehow on this play, I was able to escape the pocket, and our tight end would make a 21-yard gain. And on the next play, I was able to find Hudson for a 20-yard reception. With the third quarter winding down, I forced this ball to Howe, and it ended up working out for a first down. And on the next play, Coach called slants, and I found Thine over the middle for a first down. And on this play, I was able to escape the pocket again, and I would score my second rushing touchdown of my senior year. Our offense was dominating, and on this play, I escaped the pocket again and found Ostrander for a big touchdown, putting us up 28-3. Even though this game was pretty much over, they did everything they could to get back into it, and on this play, they got a first down. And on the next play, I would get a big tackle for loss. Coach was still calling passing plays with a minute left, and so I just chucked it up to Ostrander, and he came down with it for 50 yards, putting us in another position to score. And on this play, I just took off with it, and I juked a few of their players and stumbled down to the 4-yard line. And then I was able to find Ostrander across the middle for another touchdown, putting us up 35-3. And we would walk away with the win 35-3. And after my big offensive performance, I got an interest from Cincinnati and on defense from Old Dominion. Going into Game 2 of our season, we were taking on 0-2 Moorhead, and on the first play, I would take off for an 18-yard gain. Every time Coach calls slants, I always find Thai Nguyen, and he broke a tackle and had a 32-yard gain. And on the next play, I would find Ostrander for a 10-yard comeback for another first down. And one play later, I would find Gio Seria over the middle for another strike and another touchdown, putting us up 7-0 early. On the first play of the defensive side, our cornerback finally made a play and got a pick, putting us 12 yards from another touchdown, giving us a 14-0 lead. One play later, I would dump it off to our running back, and he would run it in for our second score of the game, going up 14-0. Again, our corner was nowhere to be found, and I was stuck guarding two people, and they were able to get a 29-yard play off of this. Again, I was stuck with the same problem of diving at the tackles and missing, and they would get a 6-yard gain, but 2 plays later, we would get the stop, giving us the ball back. On our first play, I was patient and let Ostrander get open for another big play, and honestly, Moorhead stopped feeling like competition. And 2 plays later, I would find Michael Warsback, our tight end, for a 20-yard play. And on the next play, I would find Chris Heisen over the middle for another touchdown, going up 21-0. Coach kept me out for a little bit after missing tackles, but I came back in and dove on the running back's back. But yet again, I dove for another tackle, but I wasn't the only one. But this resulted in a 31-yard play, putting him in good position to score. And on the next play, Moorhead would hit their check down for a touchdown. But I came out and took a shot at Thai Nguyen, and he came down with it for a 40-yard reception. And he was really starting to have himself a day. But again, I found Thai Nguyen for another 26-yard reception, putting us on the 1-yard goal line. And on the next play, I would hand it off to Alex Howell, and he would walk in for his first touchdown. And I just continued lobbing it up to Thai Nguyen, and he comes down with it every time, and on this play, he had a 54-yard reception, giving us a good chance to score before half. And with 12 seconds left, I found Chris Heisen in the back of the end zone to go up 33-7. And if you weren't surprised already, our corner still couldn't do anything, and he got absolutely burnt on this play, and I had to try to track him down, but he was able to score. And on this play, I got cocky, rolling out right, threw back left, and threw a stupid pick, which would be the first of my season. Coach was so mad he didn't even let me play the defensive possession, and they scored, and I threw it up again to Thai Nguyen, and he came down with it. And then I saw Ostrander absolutely cook his corner, and I threw it up to him for another touchdown. I missed yet another tackle, and I was starting to think that defense might not be for me. But I wasn't going to give up, so I kept going. And then on this play, our linebacker hit the wide receiver so hard that he even knocked me down. Now that we had the win settled, I just had fun and chucked it up to Ostrander, and he would dive for a 50-yard reception. Then I hit Gio Seria on a slant for a touchdown, putting us up 47-21. And our defense came down with another pick, which really solidified our win, but the offense decided to keep rolling. And then I would dump it off to Alex Howell, and he would walk in for his third touchdown, and we would 50-piece Moorhead for the third year in a row, and I would win player of the game with 445 yards and 7 touchdowns, and I would increase to a 2-star at quarterback, which got me an interest from Illinois, and on defense, one from Toledo.